In this video, we'll go over great white openings for beginners. This list includes reputable openings that are easier to learn and understand, while also avoiding tricky lines and heavy memorization. Before this, let's see some tips you want to learn as a beginner. 1. Focus on learning the fundamental opening principles. Opening principles suggest controlling the center, actively developing your pieces to fight for premium squares, and castling your king to safety. Generally speaking, you want to move every one of your pieces only once until you've developed all of your army and castle to keep your king safe, unless there's a direct threat against you, of course. 2. How many openings should beginners learn? When starting out on your chess journey, it's desirable to have a simple, reliable opening companion that can grow with you. Focusing on playing one opening will deepen your understanding of it and boost your confidence in knowing where your pieces belong, setting the stage for a good game. That's why it's a good idea to learn a single opening for each of Black's responses and stick with it until you've mastered it. 3. The best two. Starting moves for beginners. As White, there are many possible ways to open a chess game, but it's usually a good idea to narrow it down to two. The moves 1e4 and 1d4 are your best choices as a beginner and are also the top two moves played by grandmasters. And while these two pawns are next-door neighbors, the one you choose to move forward first can determine the nature of the entire game. 4. What is better, e4 or d4? For a beginner, e4 is the most suitable opening move in chess. It immediately controls the center, and it opens up the diagonal for your light-squared bishop and queen. Now, let's see a couple of openings you should learn as White. Number 1, Italian game. Here, White's first move is pawn to e4. Black often wants to achieve the same benefits of White's 1e4 by responding in kind with pawn to e5, the Italian game. Now, with knight f3, White develops a piece while attacking Black's e5 pawn. Now Black knight c6, Black defends the central pawn while actively developing a piece toward the center. Now the White bishop to c4, activating the bishop to the explosive c4 square, fights for the center, points at Black's sensitive f7 pawn and clears the path for White's king to castle. The Italian game promises easy, straightforward development for beginners. White can castle the king to safety on the next move. Notice the light-squared bishop eyes the weakest point in the opponent's camp, the f7 pawn, which is only defended by the Black king. So, easy development and applying immediate pressure against the Black king side in only 3 moves. Our next choice is the Alapin Sicilian. The Sicilian defense, which starts with the moves 1e4c5, is one of Black's most popular defenses. Here, White starts the game with pawn to e4, and Black plays c5, the combative Sicilian defense. Black is often looking for a sharp, complicated struggle. We can keep the game in calmer waters while fighting for the center by playing pawn to c3, the Alapin variation. A pawn's best friend is another pawn. The c3 pawn supports the advance of the queen's pawn to d4, preparing to build a solid two-pawn center. If you want to learn more about these openings, I'll put some links in the description. Our third opening is the French defense exchange variation. Black can respond to White's 1e4 with e6, the French defense, preparing to challenge White's central pawn with d7 to d5. Whenever your pawn on e4 is attacked, a simple and good way to respond is to simply capture the attacking pawn. The French defense exchange variation might not be the most challenging response to Black's play, but it is a reliable choice and a great way to keep things simple. French defense invites White to build a solid two-pawn center with d4. The key French defense idea, immediately attacking White's center. Advancing the pawn forward or defending the pawn with a knight are good options. And a simple and reliable way to play is simply to capture the pawn that is attacking the e4. Here, white plays e-pawn captures d5, reaching the solid exchange variation of the French defense. This keeps lines open for the pieces to comfortably develop, followed by castling the king.
Our last opening choice for beginners is the Caro-Kann exchange variation. The Caro-Kann follows a similar concept to the French defense. Black plays 1c6, letting white build a two-pawn center to immediately attack it with d7, d5. Here, white starts the game with pawn to e4, and black plays pawn to c6. Just like the French defense, the Caro-Kann invites white to build a two-pawn center. Now, white d4, black d5. Here, white may advance the pawn, defend it with a knight, or simply exchange pawns, which leads to the Caro-Kann exchange variation. Here, white keeps things simple by exchanging pawns, preparing to actively develop the pieces and castle. Now you have the plan! Let me know in the comments below. Which opening are you going to start with first? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more beginner guides.